Hey, my mamunyina kwaba. Yasha recording. I welcome all of you. I have started a recording, so the lesson is going to start. Yebeshe yadishia no ase. Yen beshe yadishia no ase. Meaning we are going to start our lesson. We are going to see or look at what we did previously. Welcome, Kwaba. Michiechiamo. Me chia chiamo. Which literally means I greet all of you. Michia chiamo. Me chia chiamo. Lovely. I can hear maybe a 2-3-year-old in the background saying it as well. Great. Great to hear. Me chia chiamo. Me chia chiamo. So we're going to say, how are you, plural? How are you, singular? Now, can anybody tell me how are you, singular? And how are you, plural? Anybody? You can unmute yourself and just shout it out. Johnny, say that again.
What to say? She's of her generation. There's no one.
Okay, so how are you, plural, will be mohon to say. Mohon to say. Mo means you, as in plural you. Mohon to say. How are you? Then, how are you, singular, will be wo to say. Wo to say. Wo to say. I am fine. I am fine, or we are fine. We are fine. Now, I am fine will be mehon ye. Mehon ye. Mehon ye. And we are fine, as in the plural form, we're going to say yen hon ye. Yen as in us or we. Yen hon ye. We are fine. Or we are okay. We are good. Now, a shorter way to say yehon ye or mehon ye is a ye, which literally means it is okay, it is good. A ye. Okay. Now, a ye is a word that we use also. It's the same as you saying to somebody, it's okay or it's enough. But this same word, a ye, you can use to mean it's okay, I'm good, and you can also use to mean I am good, or I'm okay, or I'm fine. Okay. Now, when somebody greets you and you say, mehunye, and you say medase if it is singular, or yedase if it is plural. Yedase, yen dase. We thank you. What is your name, or what do they call you? It's literally the same. You are asking for the person's name. You are inquiring for the person to tell you their name. In Chi, we say so many different ways. For example, within the same, wo, you, din, name, the same. How does your name sound, literally? Within the same. Or wofre was saying. What do they call you? Wofre, wo, saying. My name is, or they call me, Midinde, which is my name is, or they call me Wofremi, or you can also say Yefremi. meaning that you are putting yourself in the equation and saying, we call me, for example, Yefremi. Okay. And we'll move on to how old are you? Wedi mfie sen. Wedi mfie sen. Wo edi mfie sen. Which literally means how many years have you eaten, literally, or have you clocked on this earth? Wedi mfie sen. For example, I used the example of 40 because we did our numbers. Bako, mienu, miensa, and 9, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 1 is bako, 2 is mienu, 3 miensa, 4 and 9, 5 will be enum. 5 will be enum. So I am 40 years old. You will say, Medi infie eduanai. Medi infie eduanai. I am 40 years old. If you were 42, you will say, Medi infie eduanai mienu, because mienu is 2. Mienu. If it is 44, you will say, can anybody tell me what will you say if you were 44? I should ask you, Wedi infie sen. Anybody, you can mute yourself and tell me. No one is brave enough to do it, to give it a go.
Sorry, can you repeat which one you said?
Which one? Is it that I am 44 or is it I'm 42? If you meant I am 42, you will say Medi infie eduanai mienu, where mienu is 2. Medi infie eduanai mienu. Okay, now let's go. Somebody tell me, I am 44 years. Assuming you are, whether you are 44 or not, let's assume you are 44.
Medi infie 299.
Okay, that is very good try. Well done, Florence. Very well done. Anybody else?
How do you say I'm 43?
Let's finish with the 44 first, and we'll go to 43. Anybody else to say 44? I am 44. Brave move, Florence. Thank you. Medi infie eduanai 9. Because 4 is a 9. But because you are saying eduanai, which is 40, you cannot say a 9 because you only use a 9 if it is standing on its own. I use 9. Eduanai 9. But having said that, Angela asked the question, how do we say I am 43? Now I'll put the question back to you guys. How do we say 43? I am 43 years old. Medi, let's go. Anybody? Or should I start mentioning names? Okay, we are all going to give it a go, actually. All right, so I will start with Miss Fire.
Medi infie eduanai. I don't know 3, sorry.
You know 3, don't you?
Her for me, she does. Okay, but well done. Very well done. Okay, Johnny. You want to give it a go? Medi Infie. Okay, let's move to Angela.
I don't know 3 either. That's where I asked. But I could say Medi Infie Adwanai.
Medi Infie Edwianai, which is 40. Okay, now let's go back to the counting 1 to 4 again. Okay, so 1 is Baku. Baku is 1. So you can write it on your notepads if you've got them. Baku is 1. Mienu is 2. Mienu, 2. Miensa, 3. Miensa, 3. And 4 is a 9. A 9 or 9. A 9. Now, a 9 also is the same word that we use for leg. A 9. Okay. And 5, the last one that I will give you in the numbers is 5, which is enum. 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 So assuming you've written all these numbers down, let's go back again and say, I am 43 years old. Now I'll start with I am 42 years old. Medi infie eduanai mienu. Medi infie eduanai mienu.
Okay.
Okay, now let's all repeat, I'm 42 years old. Whether you are 42 or not, I don't care. Today, for this minute, you are 42. Okay, all right, so let's go. I am 42 years old.
I try.
Yeah, try. Let's go.
Medi infie adunai minsa.
Great. Medi infie eduanai.
Minsa.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Give yourselves a pat. Well done. Medi infie eduanai miensa. Okay, now having said that, I'm going to move into our 30s. Okay, eduanai is 40. Okay, now 30 will be eduasa. Even though 3 is miensa, because we are adding the 10, we cut it short a bit, it becomes eduasa. Okay, so 3 is eduasa. 30, sorry, 30 is eduasa. Now let's all say it, eduasa.
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 Perfect, eduasa. So now you are going to tell me how old you are if you are in your 30s. In fact, everybody will be in their 30s. You'll be either 30 or 31, 32, 33, 34, or 35. Everybody here. So you choose which one you want to be and shout it out. So I am 30 years old. I am 31. I am 32. I am 33. I am 34. So Chris, I'll start with, is it Charis? Charis April.
Yeah, Charis.
Charis, my apologies, I called you Chris. Charis.
Okay. Medi infie adwasa bako.
Medi infie eduasa baako.
31.
31,
Yeah.
well done. Okay, let's go to Joshua.
Medi infie adwasa enum.
Okay, Medi infie eduasa enum. Now Joshua, the last bit, enum, which is 5, there is the letter M sound at the end. Enum.
Enum.
That's it. Okay. The sound tree is a tonal. In fact, all the Ghanaian languages are tonal languages. So the tonation will tell a lot, because sometimes if you do not bring a tonation or pronounce something properly, you will be saying something else. Okay. So enum 5. So well done. Medi infie eduasan enum 35. Great. Okay. Ina. Is it Ina?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, good.
Um,
Medi infie saying.
Madin enfia eduisa enai.
Good. Medi infie eduasa and 9. Perfect. Well done. And the last person I'm going to ask on this topic will be Paul.
Madi and Fee Eduansa Enum.
Good. Medi infie eduasa enum. Excellent. Now we all know how to say at least our 30s and our 40s up to 5. So 30 from 30 to 35, 40 to 45. Okay. In another lesson, I'm going to do just the numbers on its own. Okay. Good. So let's look at a few adjectives that we did look at before. Okay. So red is koko, ko. Now that letter, the C, the inverted C is o. So those of you who have been to my YouTube channel and have gone through the alphabet, you will know this, you'll be familiar with this, the sound of this letter, o. If it is one, it is that short, o. If it is double, like you say, it is o, as if you are saying English or, this or that. Okay. Having said that, this is ko.
Hey.
This is red.
Oh.
Okay. The same word, you might have heard the same word for something else. We use the same word for ripe plantain. Ripe plantain. Okay. Medi koko, medi koko, I eat ripe plantain. Hence, why some Ghanaians, sometimes when we are saying plantain, ripe plantain, we don't say ripe plantain, we say red plantain. It's not because the plantain is red, or we've got a type of plantain which is red. It's just a literal translation from the tree to English.
Sorry, could you say that again, please?
Okay.
Why do they call it red plantain?
We call it red plantain because we are just literally translating the name from tree directly into English.
Okay.
Because in tree, we call it cocoa, ripe plantain, and cocoa is red.
Okay.
So when we are speaking English, sometimes we just, ripe plantain. Okay. Because if we just tell you it is red, you think that it's the color red. Whereas when you're speaking tree with anybody who understands tree, depending on the context, when I say cocoa, you know it's plantain. For example, if you say, medi, I will eat. Medi, cocoa, I will eat. There's no way I would think that you eat the red color. Yeah, but when we are speaking English, I'll eat red plantain, because we have it in the back of our mind that it is cocoa red. Okay, so cocoa, and I could see some people smiling when I said cocoa red, ripe. You see, I just said ripe plantain, ripe plantain, ripe plantain, because I'm sure you've heard it so many times, ripe plantain. Now black is tuntum, tuntum, tuntum. Small or little is ketewa, ketewa. Or sometimes you say ketewa, it is a double A at the end, sometimes. Still means the same thing, ketewa. And short is tietia or tia. Now you use tietia or tia depending on the context that you're speaking. Okay. And we probably will use a few examples for you to see when you are able to use either. Ugly is tiny, tiny, or tiny. Now in tree, usually when there are words that ends in with the letter N,
It's no.
what is the sound? How do we sound the letter N at the end? N for November, letter N. Okay, Florence, go on. How do we sound the letter N at the end of a word? Florence, your hand is up, so you answer this for me.
Hello. Hi there. So I thought it was a bit like a G, like it's time, like it's a T-A-N-G kind of thing.
No, it's not T-A-N-G. It is a nasal N, which sounds as if it is an I, time. I, as if you are saying yes to something or okay to something. I, or sometimes typically, a typical Ashanti person will say ane to mean yes or okay. Right, so that is how it goes. T-A-N, it becomes, it sounds as if we've got T-A-I, but the I is nasal. So time. Yet time. It is ugly or it is not nice. Yet time. And when you say the time, the back of your tongue will touch the upper part of your mouth and your teeth will not be touching each other at all. Time. Even when you are mentioning the T, your teeth are not touching. It is the frontal part of your lip touching the upper part of your teeth, your front teeth. Just behind your front teeth. Time. As if you are saying TH. No, in English. Okay, time. Or tan. When you are using tan, because the N is in the middle, you sound the N. Tan. Yes. Time. That's it. Time. And the next adjective that we're going to use here, we used previously was white. White, which is fita. So for example, if you are going to say red cloth, red dress, or red clothing, item of clothing, we say atade. Atade is clothing. Okay, whether it's a shirt, whether it's a skirt, or whether it's a dress, it is atade. So it's a covering. So if you're going to say white dress, you say atade fita. Atade fita, meaning a white kind of clothing. Okay. Kesiye means big or huge. Big or huge, which is kesiye. But if you want to say something is huge, you don't just say kesiye. You say, what word can you use to and add to kesiye? What other
You put pa.
Pa, thank you. You use pa, so you say kesiye pa, which means that it is huge, humongous. Kesiye pa. So, for example, if you ask somebody to go and pick something, or somebody is picking something for you, and they are pointing to it, they will ask you weigh, which literally means this one. And you will say, you probably say I or ane, which means yes. I or ane. Or you will say debi, 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 meaning no. Kesie pa no, meaning no, the huge one. Debi, way. Your response will be debi, meaning another one. Kesie pa no, the biggest one, or the huge one. Okay, let's move on to how we structure sentences in tree. Okay, now we're going to look at how we use prepositions, nouns, and adjectives. We did this last month. Now, most of you were here, so those of you who were here, great. You get to get a double dose. Those of you who were not here, you get to get something. But we're going to do a few sentences as well, and I'm going to ask you to participate and unmute yourself at some point. Okay, so in English, when we are structuring a phrase or a sentence, what happens is that we put the prepositions first, then the noun follows. That's how the English structural arrangement is. And when it comes to tree, it is the other way around. You put the noun before the preposition. Okay, the noun, it doesn't matter what kind of noun it is, whether it is a proper noun or it is a pronoun. A noun is a noun. So every kind of noun under the bigger umbrella of a noun. Okay, so it's just the noun in relation to the position of a preposition. Now, somebody will say, what is a preposition? A preposition is a word that we use to describe the position of something. For example, we have on. It tells you that something is on something. Top, under, beside, behind. These are all prepositions. So it tells you the exact position of a particular noun. For example, the money is in the box. The money is in the box. So in tells you the position, the exact position. It's not on top, it is inside. Okay, that box. In tree, we will say, Sikano da adaka numu. Sikano da adaka numu. I want you to repeat this to yourself, or you can unmute yourself and repeat it whichever way you want to do it. That is absolutely fine. But I need you to say this sentence or this phrase. Sikano da adaka no mu.
Sikano da adaka no mu.
Okay. Sikano da. Sikano, it is very important because the no is the. Okay, N-O, which is no in English. In tree, it is no. And it represents the. Okay, so the money, and in tree we say
no money.
Money the. That is a structural arrangement in tree as well. So Sikano da adakanumu. Sikano da adakanumu. The money is lying, for example, in the box, or the money is in the box. Next one is the book is on the bed. The book is on the bed. Now, book is Homa. Homa. Everybody say Homa.
Huma.
Homa.
Huma.
Okay. And bed is Mpa. Everybody says Mpa.
Mpa.
Mpa. Okay. Mpa as in MPA. Mpa. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to test those who were not here last week. So the book is on the bed, and the word on is so. So, S-O. So we have Homa so, and impa.
So, no pa.
So,
Huma da.
Now, because book is going to start the sentence and is going to stand on its own, instead of saying huma, you can say huma. Huma.
Humano.
Huma.
Okay, so now let's start. The book, how would you say the book?
Super.
No. Humano.
Good. Humano or a humano. Perfect. That's good. It's on the bed.
Da so.
Okay. Humano da so. Very good, but not excellent because we've left something out. It's a very good try. Very good, but not excellent yet. We've left something out because we said homa or a homa. So, and we got impact. 3 words that you don't know. So let's go. Anybody, in fact, everybody mute yourself. Shout it out.
No. How'd you say in? Sorry.
In.
Yes, please.
Mu. In is the same as inside. Mu. But this is on.
Sorry. Yeah. How'd you say on? Sorry.
So. S-O.
So. So.
So.
Humano. Humano so.
Impa. So. Humano.
Humano.
No.
Impasso.
Humana impa so.
No. No pa.
Now let's forget about your English and think about tree now. Okay. See, the tree arrangement is different from English. So from the first example that I gave, the money becomes money there. Okay, so straight away you know that the first 2 words here, the book, are going to change places.
Humano.
Humano so no pa.
Okay, now also look at the position of the preposition and the noun. And I put them in blue and green so that you don't get confused.
So, humano da.
Okay.
No.
Light bulb moment.
Ahuma no so pa no.
Ooh.
No so. No. Ehuma.
Very good try, but not quite.
Humano da
Humano da impa no so.
Great, great, great. Humano da empanoso.
Empanoso, yeah.
So a humano book the da
empanoso.
Okay, a humano da empanoso. Okay, so this is the confusion that a lot of people do get when it comes to translating English into tree, because the structure is not there. You might end up translating directly from English to tree, which Ghanaians, we do a lot, especially those of us who grew up in Ghana. When we are speaking tree, a lot of the times we do a lot of literal translation. Okay, and this is why. And the same way, when you know English and you are going back into tree, you also have the same. Okay, so humano or a humano da empanoso. Whichever way you say it, it is right. But I would rather, when I'm speaking, I will say ehoma instead of homa. Okay. Homa no da and panoso. Okay. The dog is lying. Florence, you had your hand up. Did you have a question? Or does anybody have a question on the second one that we just did?
No, I didn't have a question.
Okay, great. Thanks. Anybody else? Before I move on to the third one that we're doing? No? Great. Okay, so the dog is lying under the chair. The dog is lying under the chair. Now here I'll give you one tip. Lying, just like sleeping. When you're sleeping, what are you doing? You're lying down. Okay, when a paper, which is money or a coin, when you put it on something or in something, it doesn't stand. What does it do? It lies flat. Unless the money is a bundle, but if it is one paper, it wouldn't stand. Okay, it will lie. Hence, the reason I have used da and da, tikano da arakanomo, literally meaning the money is lying inside the box. And again, on the bed, the money is lying on the bed. Whether it's a coin or it is a note, it will be lying flat. So, in the same vein, I got here, the dog is lying, because this time I'm using the word lying. The first two sentences, we assume that that is how it should be. So we put it there, even though it is not in the English translation. So here, the dog is lying under the chair. Now, who can tell me how we say chair in P? Anybody? Just unmute yourself and speak.
Ekunwa.
Ekunya. Ekunya. Thank you very much. Ekunya. Ekunya. Everybody say that, please. Ekunya.
Ekunya.
Ekunya. Good. Now, when you see the spelling might be a bit different from the way you might expect it to be. Okay, so in your notes, spell it the way it's supposed to be. Okay, and into bracket, spell it the way it sounds to you, so that when you are going over your notes, you will be able to remember. All right, so the dog is lying under the chair. First four words. For first part of it, before we go under the chair, can somebody translate that first part of the sentence for me, please? First part of this phrase. Anybody? The dog is lying. In fact, dog is okramai.
Okay, so
Okramai. My mistake, I should have told you that. Okay, go on. I can hear somebody.
Okramai nota.
Okay, okramai nota. Perfect. Then let's finish off with the last bit, second bit. Okramai nota. Ekunyano. Perfect. Okramai nota. Ekunyano. Now, under, I know you do not know under, but I know a couple of people here who already know under. So can you add the under to complete the sentence for me, please? Okramai no da ekunya no. Go on. Ase. Good. Ekunya no ase. Ekunya no ase. Okramai no da ekunya no ase. A lot of the times when you hear us speaking, because we speak so fast, okay, no ase becomes nase. So the last two words, no ase, sounds as if we are saying nase, N-A-S-E. Okraman no da ekunya nase. Okraman no da ekunya nase. That is when we are speaking. So that is the spoken tree, not the written one.
Dog the is chair the under.
Okay. So dog there, lion, chair there, under.
Yeah.
You literally translate it into English, makes no sense. It's like a puzzle. Okay. Okramano da ekunyano ase. But when we are speaking so fast, it sounds as if we are saying Okramano da ekunya nase. In fact, I overheard somebody saying nase. Who was that? Okay, the person is not owning up. But that was excellent. That's how we speak. Nase instead of no ase. Okay, having said that, if you say no ase, it's not wrong at all. Okay. Okramano da ekunya nase. Okay. Kwadwo is sitting behind the door. Kwadwo is sitting behind the door. Naughty Kwadwo. You don't want anybody to come in. If they are going to come in, they are going to hurt you. And I'm sure those of you who have kids or children, yeah, they usually do that, especially 2-3-year-olds. And if you're not careful, you open the door and you don't check, they'll be crying in the house. So, Kwadwo is sitting behind the door, and that will be Kwadwo te epono no echi, behind. Or Kwadwo te epono no echi. Kwadwo te epono the funny three, or the inverted three is See, we're saying as in chair, but you cut it short and say You don't stretch it. And she also know, I'll say it here, that the letter C is never in the tree vocabulary. In the tree alphabet, if you have seen the my YouTube tutorial on the alphabet, there is no C. C is one of the letters that is not in the tree alphabet. Okay, chair. All right, so I have some, let me look at the messages in the chat. There is a question. Okay, somebody's leaving. That's okay. That's all right. Nice seeing you. And hopefully this recording will go well, and I'll put it on YouTube for all of you. So those of you who have not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, please try and do, and hit the bell button so that you will get a notification once I put them there. Okay. If you have any question, don't raise your hand yet. If you have your hand up, yeah, you can ask your question. I think, was it Linda?
No, sorry, it's done in error, sorry.
Okay, all right. What I will do is that if I see any raised hand, I will ignore it. But in place of that, if you have any question, just shout it out. Unmute yourself and shout it out. Okay. All right, so Kwadwo epono no echi. Echi. So CH sound in English is KY sound in tree. Che. KY. Like wache. It's KY, not CH. Okay. Next one. Let's go. Let's look at how adjectives appear in a few sentences. Okay, so again, adjectives. So in English, we've got the adjectives first, then the noun will come, whereas in tree, it is the other way around again. Okay, so when you are formulating your phrases and your sentences, you have to be aware of some of these things as well. Now, if you are learning tree already or you've been hearing people speak tree, don't worry too much about this rule. Do I need to remember this? Just focus on how you need to say it, and that's it. Okay, the rules, it will come with practice. So the red book, the red book, the red book. Remember, the is a determiner. Okay, the determiner comes, then red book. Now, having said that, look at it, it becomes human kokono. Huma kokono. Huma kokono, because we've already done adjectives.
Book, red, the.
Huma, or you can say, how else can you say huma, book? Anybody? We've said it a few times.
No.
Anybody remember how else we can say that?
Huma no?
Not just the word book.
A huma.
A huma, thank you. A huma. Okay, a huma. So the red book will be a huma kokono. Well, it can be a huma kokono. Because it's starting the sentence, you can say a huma instead of just huma. So a huma kokono. Next one, the black box is falling on the ground. Black box is falling on the ground. And really, in tree, when we are saying, we don't even say on the ground, because if it's falling, where else is it going to fall? We assume that it's going to fall on the ground. Okay, we assume that it's going to fall on the ground. Else, I know a few people are coming in now, but I am assuming that you are coming in for the GAR session, which will start at 4 o'clock. But that's why you can still stay on in the finishing of the tree session. Okay, so the black book has fallen on the ground. With that said, that will be translated as Adaka tuntumno atofem. Adaka tuntum, remember the word tuntum, black. Adaka tuntumno, the black box. Adaka tuntumno atofem has fallen. Where else would it fall? On the floor or on the ground. Okay. Adaka tuntumno atofem. The last one here will be a little child is talking. The little child is talking. Akwada kitwano kasa. Akwada kitwano kasa. Akwada kitwano kasa. Okay. So with that said, I think a few people are waiting for me for the GAN session. If you are coming back again for the GAN session, that would be great. I'm going to end this session. It's been nice going through all these. And I hope that this recording is going to work this time so that I can put it on the YouTube channel for you to have a look. So by next week, I should.
So my brother, could you give us the YouTube name?
Okay, so the YouTube name, if you just type my name, Nibako, it should come up.
Thank you.
If you type my name, Nibako, it doesn't come up. Just type in Land Gun Tree.
Okay.
And it will come up. Any of these two names should bring it up. And you will see my profile picture on there as well.
Thank you, Madasi.
Thank you very much, Madasi.
You are welcome. Welcome. And we shall meet again. Now, if you got my WhatsApp number, if any emails I've sent to you, you will see my mobile number there. If you have any questions, you can by all means send me a WhatsApp message, a voice note, and I will be able to help you that way. Okay. Have a great weekend. We will meet again. Bye-bye.
you next time. Bye.